Oh, things are about to get quite real now. Well, I mean, eventually. That's right, everyone. Dragon Ball Super episode 98 has rolled along, and oh, okay. We're about to realize that something good is about to happen, despite all the carnage. Oh, the uncertainty, the universe's despair, and my sheer delight. Apologies for this review being slightly late. I am not feeling all that 100% after a convention, but the convention was really good, and it was really good to see you all out there, but things were a little bit delayed in terms of traveling, but don't worry, I did come out with a review eventually, and you will get a discussion video coming out today as well. We start the episode off with, oh my god, not this guy again, ROU, looking absolutely ecstatic when he finds out that 5 of his own fighters have managed to accost Goku, and it looks like the jig is up for the Saiyan. However, if the Zen exhibition match and the episode title is anything to go by, then I think everything will be fine for Goku. That's a Masako guarantee. Ah, shut up, ROU, you're gonna get creamed anyway. After all, do these guys remember their mortal level? The fact that it's the lowest in all the realities? Yeah, these fighters are probably the last minute scraps. I mean, of course, except for the trio de danger. Speaking of, it's that trio that actually initiates the fight, with Goku being in particular quite happy to fight them again, especially with Bergamo. They're actually conversing a lot more than when they first met, so, progress with their relationship? After almost a minute of after-image stills, Goku and Bergamo finally connect with their fists. Whis, aka Saint Obvious, notes that Universe 9 is going after Goku and Universe 7 in particular, first of all. No, really? I wouldn't have guessed Whis. The screaming ROU, the exhibition match, the whole fact that every other universe hates Universe 7 right now didn't give you the slightest little bit of an inkling, Whis? Really? Oh yeah, of course. Oh, how was I so silly? You don't give a damn, do you? Well, I suppose he just wants to be helpful in some way. Whis finally proves to be of some help, confirming this stamina drain that is invoked by Super Saiyan Blue whenever you activate it, just like when it was mentioned in the Universe 6 arc of the manga. So Goku's gotta be careful. None of that, oh, just go blue that Shin says. I mean, what does he know about fighting? I think he should just stay quiet because he's done enough damage already. He's more trouble than he's worth. Oh, apparently 2 of the other Universe 9 fighters just buggered off, so it's just the trio de danger fighting Goku. Alright, so much for that dramatic tension. With Champa cheering them on for obvious reasons, Bergamo, Lavender and Basil are all keen to exact their revenge upon Goku. Oh okay, now Beerus is talking. I was beginning to wonder whether he was okay or not. He insists to Goku that he just chucks everyone out of the ring instead of just beating them to a pulp, which actually does make sense. Just beating them up is just a waste of time. Just chuck them out through some technique or another. That's more efficient. Just do what he did to Potamo in the Universe 6 arc and he'll be fine. Because after all, they can't fly out of it. Once they're over, they're done. Lavender's poison breath is ready to go, and Goku looks like he's about to be on the ropes, when they all suddenly charge towards them. After just being 10 feet from him a moment ago, they're now more like 50 feet away? When did that happen? Perspective? Goku is ducking and weaving to make sure that the poison breath doesn't actually hit him, but surely Super Saiyan would actually solve this situation. Surely he's mastered that to the point where stamina really isn't an issue. I mean, he'd be able to clean this up nickety-split, but no, we gotta have padding. Oh, okay. Remember that white aura that we saw from the preview? We thought it was a new kind of move and transformation for Goku? No, that's just a protective barrier. And to be fair, we have seen something similar in Dragon Ball before. Remember when Vegeta was absorbed by Super Buu, and he wasn't actually absorbed properly? He was able to keep his body? That's because they had a protective barrier around them at the last minute. So this is just history repeating. Not only that, but Goku is a fast learner as well, because he would have seen what happened to Gohan during the exhibition match, and together they managed to come up with a solution to counter any poisonous moves. Hooray for father-son bonding! Basil, without moving his lips for some reason, actually then proposes that he goes to help his brother, as does Bergamo, and cue the reused animation from the opening concerning Bergamo and Goku fighting. Now don't worry guys, we are going to be seeing more of this recycled animation during the course of the Tournament of Power, but that's to be expected. After all, if it's good animation, then why not reuse it? It'll be effective, it'll be looking a lot better than just making a whole new animation that might not look as good. So you gotta weigh things up at the end of the day. Poor old Napapa has been beaten down by Frieza, who seems to be quite bored just fighting one guy at a time. But don't worry, he's managed to find another fix in the interim, by shooting the winged fighter from Universe 9, Roselle, down with just a single death beam from the thumb. Again, recycled animation. He is now Frieza's plaything, and his fate is now left in the balance. The trio's mouths are now going into overdrive, despite them barely actually saying anything. It's totally out of sync, which looks really weird, as they circle around Goku waiting for the kill. And his barrier's now down for some reason? Goku? Lavender's poison punch is still a threat? Oh, okay, it's back again. More reused animation with this idiot ROU, and he seems to be loving the fact that Goku can't counter the Trio de Dangers triangle of death. I mean, he could counter it by just jumping up and over it. Yeah, he can't fly, but he can still jump pretty high. At least the Omni Kings are happy, as is the Grand Priest. Vegeta, now finally punching somebody else, am I right, is now getting frustrated that Goku is wasting time with these fools, and decides to enter the fray to try and help him for his own sake. Oh, and yeah, of course the barrier's gone again. All of this postulation from ROU may be grating to us right now, but this is all just leading up to the fact that he is going to get his comeuppance something fierce. He is just begging for his universe to be destroyed by how much we're focusing on ROU. It's a common narrative technique. In the background, Mahito's just looking like he's thinking, oh, please make this end, please make this end, oh my god, please. To compound this narrative technique even more of Universe 9's fighters join the fray, so we're now up to 8. Oh, this is just gonna make things even more tragic. Shin, once again, blindly assumes that just because Goku and Vegeta have a common enemy, that will mean they'll actually work together. Oh, Shin, you know nothing. This is Goku and Vegeta we're talking about here. They don't do that, at least right now. I mean, if they were doing what we train them to do, then okay, yeah, that's true. But this is Vegeta. He is too damn proud for that. Vegeta, who now apparently has a barrier of his own, I mean, when do they activate these, is then caught in the Trio de Dangers triangle of death on his own. Is it quite telling that Sidra has not said a single word throughout this entire episode? I mean, he may be a god of destruction, but ROU's really running the show in Universe 9. And that just speaks volumes, doesn't it? It doesn't really matter though, because Hop, aka not Catwoman, decides to take a slice of the action of her own. At the end of all that, Lavender gets a sneak attack on Vegeta, and it's a good thing that Goku reminded him about Lavender's poison attack, otherwise Vegeta would have been poisoned. Damn you, Vegeta and your pride! Next up, Luke Cage's dragon form, aka Shapil from Universe 9, invites Goku to punch him directly. And of course, Goku being Goku, he complies, and it does nothing. What does Goku do to fix the situation? Punch him even more! Yeah, that always works. Cue more ironic foreshadowing from ROU. Seriously, he's the living embodiment of the phrase, pride cometh before the fall. And I want that fall to be oh so deep. It's quite telling that the Omni Kings are actually on Goku's side, because they really don't want him to lose, or Vegeta for that fact. They actually quite like Universe 7. Does this mean that will actually play into some kind of factor later on in the arc? We'll have to wait and see about that. Suddenly, Vegeta is hit with an ice lance, and he is left immobilized, or at least his right fist is, whilst everyone else goes in for the kill. Vegeta does what I told Goku to do earlier, either vanish or jump out of the way, so that means everyone attacks each other. Oops. This is the narrative signifier to denote that it's now Goku and Vegeta who are going to dominate. Cue Super Saiyan, and with that, Shapil and Comfrey are knocked out of the ring without so much as a punch being thrown. Just the aura knocks them out. Then Vegeta uses his Ice Fist to his advantage, and knocks Hop through the ring, destroying a part of it. Wasn't that stadium made out of Kachin, the strongest material in all of the realities? And then it was reinforced by the gods of destruction? How hard was he hitting her? Suddenly, Comfrey uses web slinging to hold Vegeta in place for all of 2 seconds. Vegeta also goes Super Saiyan, taking out the web sling and the Ice Fist, evaporating it instantly. This is just another case of prolonged tension. Still looks cool though. Vegeta then launches an attack before unleashing yet another attack, which is just a huge ki punch, which is unnecessarily big, but it does take out a couple of the other Universe 9 fighters. Yeah, it may be a wasted ki, but it still looks cool. As for Roselle, oh, he just flung himself out of the ring rather than fight Frieza. Oh, ROU, what's the matter? Not feeling so good? Don't worry, it'll be over soon. Speaking of, the Trio de Danger have been pushed to the side of the ring by Goku and Vegeta, and they have no choice but to use their ultimate technique, the Triangle Danger Beam, which does look pretty cool. But what do Goku and Vegeta do to counter it? Why, they just use the good old final Kamehameha. It's good to know that it actually works when you're not fused as Vegito. You just have to use them together and they combine, and oh, it still looks cool to this day. Sidra finally breaks his silence when all 10 warriors from Universe 9 have been defeated. What happens now? Actually, what does happen now? Do they get erased instantly? Do they wait until the end of the tournament? Yeah, I'm kind of curious. Well, after the Zenos have actually tapped the results in their God pads respectively, the actual thing happens. Universe 9 is going down. Oh goody. That must be the best news that Mojito has heard in millennia, I'm sure of it. Things have become a lot more serious than we first suspected, with destruction happening quite soon into proceedings. You brought this upon yourself, Goku, although I must admit that Mojito looks way too happy for the situation. Is something amiss here? Well, we'll have to wait until next time. All in all, this episode felt a little bit dragged out, but it was still cool to watch. The animation was pretty cool when it wasn't recycled, but, you know, the whole Tournament of Power thing is quite ambitious, so if they have to cut corners while actually maintaining the quality of what we see, then I'm okay with it. And it's also good to see that Vegeta can actually pull his finger out and work with Goku, albeit mostly indirectly. I just hope for the next episode that we can see other fighters from Universe 7 doing something and actually contributing. And judging from the preview, I think that's what we're gonna get, especially with Krillin. So I'm definitely looking forward to that, and I hope that you do too. But anyway, that's my review for Dragon Ball Super Episode 98. Tune in next time for my review of Episode 99. Until then, be sure to like and subscribe. Catch you later!